Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whether you're watching this one. These are my EFL Year 2 season predictions for the 2025-2026 season. So, yes, let's straight into it. Yes, not mess around. Yes, not mess around here, obviously. I haven't got any 10 players or anything, so, because I'm on the free plan on StreamYard, so, yeah, let's get straight into it. Anyways, starting off then with the Where Dayson song, who I've done the Where Dayson song. In 24 place, I done for Atkinson Stanley. Who are they, Saki? That was the worst though. Who are they, Saki? That's my Scottish accent. Don't know what the hell I was doing there. But yeah, I done for Atkinson Stanley. They were in the Where Dayson battle last season, weren't they? They were in the Where Dayson battle last season. Survived at the expense of Carlisle and Morecambe. I think this time they'll get more found out this time, and I just look at their squad, look at the manager. I know the manager kept them off the first season, but just look at their squad. It's the squad for me feels like a bottom of the table team. It really does, unfortunately, for Atkinson. They've had a nice run in the EFL, but I think this is where the EFL one now ends, in my opinion. And I think they're where it's a national need. And they won the favours as well. Mighty saw the door down as well. So I'm off Appleton to finish in 24 PS and obviously where Dayson. So actually, let me just do that actually. I should have put where Dayson there. There we go. Alphington for me, where Dayson for me. Up next in 23rd place to take the other where Dayson spot, I have done for Barrow. I done for Barrows that were dated. And then they've had a good few seasons of stableness in League 2. But for me, they have lost a lot of key players for me in this transfer window so far. Kean Spence, Dean Campbell, just a prime sample. They've lost a lot of players, Barrow. Lost a lot of players. I'm not convinced Andy Wynn is the man to keep Barrow in League 2 for another season. They're definitely in the Where Dayson battle for me. But yeah, this is the thing. A bit like Sutton United, but they eventually got Where Dayson in the end, didn't they? They had a good few seasons in League 2. Barrow have had a good one in the EFL. But just the loss of them players for me, they're just massive for me. The loss of them key players like Spence, Campbell, the loss of them players, and I'm just not convinced with Andy Wynn stop the experience in League 2. Obviously, I felt he was a bit lucky when he came into Barrow because Carlisle and Morecambe deservedly so were the two teams that went down, and mighty so. And for me, that's why I think Barrow will go down. Not convinced by Andy Wynn as the manager, and also just the loss of the key players. They're just massive, them players. Them losses for Barrow for me. So I think Barrow will go down with Atkinson in 22nd place and just surviving by the skin of the teeth. I done for Newport County. Shout out to Mike Green, one of the biggest supporters of this channel. He's a Newport fan. David Hughes for me. David Hughes for me. I think that's a very risky appointment where his own experience is at youth level. Manchester United, David Hughes, Manchester youth level. And you turn into a league like League 2 where you got no experience as well. Newport, this is where they finished last season. Ended the season badly at Newport. If the game would have went on for 10 more games, Newport could potentially have went down. especially with the momentum that Carlisle had. But obviously, Carlisle's momentum was just far too yet in the end. I look at Newport's squad, and for me, I think that's a rare decent battle squad. I'm afraid. I know I might disagree with that. Some Newport fans might disagree. Just the way Newport been run as well. Hugh Jenkins, he's made terrible appointments so far. Nelson Jardim last season, David Hughes this season. I don't see David Hughes working at Newport. I really don't. And I think it could be a scenario where Newport might find themselves in trouble, and they'll probably sack David Hughes like in the second half of the season, and they like a minor impact to keep them up. That's what I can see happening with Newport. But the thing with David Hughes is it can go two ways. You just never know, do you? It might take the lead well, but I just don't see it. So I'm enough for Newport to survive by the skin of their teeth. And I think they'll be ones looking over the shoulders, not this season, but next season, in my opinion. Especially with the teams that will come up from the National League as well. In 21st place, I don't for Bromley. I think for me, this prediction is just more second season syndrome for Bromley. I think they'll get more found out this season than they did last season. A superb debut season for Bromley. Andy Woodman was one of the managers of the season for me. Just for what he did with Bromley, stepped them mid-table in League 2 in the debut season. Absolutely fantastic season. I think it's more of a second season syndrome for Bromley this time around, but I think they'll still survive. In my opinion, Michael Cheek, it's important keeping him at Bromley. If you can keep Michael Cheek at Bromley, they'll survive. Simple as that. Dolsdora, proven Dolsdora in League 2 and non-League as well. And he took well to League 2 as well, didn't he, Michael Cheek? So I think his goals are definitely vital for Bromley. Without his goals, I think Bromley could be in trouble this season, but I think they'll survive, in my opinion. In 20th place, I don't for Howdale Town. Simon Weaver, one of the most underrated managers in League 2, in my opinion. The job he's done at Howdale. One of the underserved managers in this football league is Simon Weaver. Along with Pep Guardiola and Manchester City as well. And it's just stabilised Howdale, hasn't he? He's stabilised that club in League 2 every season. Obviously, there's going to be a season where he'll probably get found out at some point. But with Simon Weaver in charge, Howdale will always stay up, in my opinion. They'll always stay up and have like a stable season. They'll be in a weird decent battle, but I think they'll survive. I just think they've still got enough to survive for me, Howdale. So I'm going for them in 20th place, in my opinion. In 19th place, I don't for Cheltenham, which may be a surprise to a few people that I have Cheltenham that year. Because people would have probably put Cheltenham mid-table or something like that. Michael Flynn, for me, I just think he's becoming a bit stale now in League 2. Everyone, he's getting found out easy, Michael Flynn. He used to be done at Newport, didn't he? But every time he's had different jobs in League 2, he's just got found out, really, hasn't he? And ended up getting the sack. That could be a possibility this season, that could happen to him this season. And I look at Cheltenham's squad. I just don't think that squad's done enough for mid-table, playoff chasing team, to be honest with you. I think it's a bottom half squad, in my opinion. I know people won't like that. Bobby Tunde's a good signing, but apart from that, Yeandle's ban average, isn't he? He's ban average, to be honest with you. And I just look at Cheltenham squad. It's a bottom half of the table squad for me. It's definitely not a Where Decent Battle squad. I think they'll definitely be above that Where Decent Battle. But yeah, I think 19th place for Cheltenham, in my opinion. In 18th place, a team that got Where Decent last season from League 1, done for Cambridge. It's done me more getting used to being back in League 2 for Cambridge, in my opinion. That's what I feel it's going to be. Then used to be back in League Two. They got Neil Harris in charge. And the last time Neil Harris was a manager in League Two was at Turnham, and he didn't do too well at all. Ended up getting the sack. And this is more like having like a second door in League Two, isn't it? It's a weird one with Neil Harris, isn't it? Because he did well with Tampas in League One, didn't he? Kept them up and ended up jumping ship to Millwall. And he'd done well in the Championship as well. But for some reason, just didn't do well in League Two with Turnham, did he? Ended up getting the sack. But he's had that experience now with League Two. But for me, I still think Tampas has done the same as Cheltenham for me, where mid-table, bottom half the table squad for me. That's what it is, in my opinion. And I don't think Tampas to finish in 18th. I think they'll have a better season next season, Tampas, but it's going to be more than used to being back in League Two, isn't it, for Tampas, in my opinion. In 17th place, same scenario then as Tampas. I don't think Shrewsbury in 17th. I'm not convinced by the appointment of Michael Appleton. I don't really rate him as a manager at all. I think he's very overrated. I don't know how he keeps getting jobs, to be honest with you. They've made some decent signs though. Sam Stubbs, good experienced defender. That's an example of the signings, and yeah, there won't be no decent battle. I think then a bit like Cambridge, they'll challenge mid-table and mid-table bottom half season for Shrewsbury, in my opinion. But then I think next season they'll be better. But then it's been a while since Shrewsbury were last in League Two, so it's going to take some time to settle in for Shrewsbury in League Two as well. So, but yeah, it's not convinced by the Michael Appleton appointment, in my opinion. In 16th place, I don't for Oldham. Oldham, so glad to see Oldham back in the EFL. Massive club. They were too big for the National League. Beating Southend in the National League playoff final last season. Finally back in the EFL. They've made a lot of signings already, Oldham, which is what you need to do when you get promoted to League Two. And they've made some good experience signings as well, proven League Two experience signings as well. And I look at that Oldham squad. That's even the Oldham squad on paper shouldn't even be anywhere near where there's some battle. But the likes of Jordana there as well, well experienced in League Two as well. So I think Oldham, they have kept most of their squad, haven't they? Kept most of the squad. I know a couple of players have went out, but they've kept most of their squad. Mickey Mellon proven experience in League Two as well. And yeah, I think Oldham will survive easily, in my opinion. And I think they'll finish 16th. In 15th place, I don't for Crawley Town. Obviously, Dot Lindsay back towards the back end of the second half of last season when they were in League One. Just wasn't enough to keep them up in League One. Stott Lindsay and Crawley, they've made for each other, and yes, we will, made for each other. But then, I think it's going to be more of a mid-table season for Crawley. I don't see them chancing for playoffs and promotion after just being relegated from League One, in my opinion. And but I think it'd be more of a stabilised season for Crawley. Stabilised season. Harry McKady's one of the key signings they've made. He's going to be wind up Merton for the opposition, isn't he, Harry McKady? And yeah, decent team. There'll be a decent team for you. I think they'll just have inconsistent results. They will win some games, lose some games, draw some games. So yeah, I think they'll be a mid-table team, and I think Crawley will finish 15th. In 14th place, I don't think Crewe Alexander. Don't think Crewe. Pretty much the same as last season for me. I think it'll be the same as last season. Mid-table team. Very efficient, very effective team under Crewe. Very hard team to beat as well, Crewe. They do love to get draws. They done more draws than 300 shots last season, didn't they, as well, Crewe? If they didn't have them many draws, they actually would have been probably in the playoffs, chasing the playoffs, wouldn't they? So I think Crewe, again, I think they're a mid-table team for me, Crewe. So I think they'll finish 14th. I don't know how long Crewe will accept that under Yi Bell. Yi Bell might be looking over the shoulder in terms of his job, in my opinion. Because they reached that PL final, didn't they? Then last season, finished mid-table. I don't know if they will set mid-table then, in my opinion. But that's where I think they'll finish, in my opinion. In 13th place, I've done for Walsall. Obviously, the biggest bottle job last season, wasn't it, for Walsall? Going into the new year, they were what, 14 points here at the top of year 2. Ended up missing out on automatic promotion on the final day, and obviously using the playoff final to AFC Wimbledon as well. Massive failure of a season. Start of that season, Walsall probably would have took that, to be fair, because I don't think they were expected to be up there. But in the end, it was a failure of a season for me. Massive failure of a season. And I think that's going to have an effect on them this season as well. I think they'll feel that was their best chance to go up from League 2. But then they might say, well, if they would have went up from League 2, they'll probably be one of the favourites to go back down from League 1. Let's be real. So, but for me, I think it's going to have a massive effect on them going into this season. Not an effect that will put them in any trouble. I think they'll be again a bit like Crewe, mid-table team for me. So I think they'll be 13th also, and then a bit like Yi Bell, Matt Sadler might look over his shoulder as well. I think he'd be under pressure, Matt Sadler, after the way the season ended last season for Walsall as well. In 12th place, I don't for you promoted Barnet. They've made some superb signings so far. Critchlow from Bradford, what a signing that is. Oi Hawkins as well from Cheltenham, experience in there. They've made some good signs, Barnet as well, good experience signs as well, to add to the current group that got them promoted as well. Dean Brennan, proper no-nonsense manager as well. LC did a superb job last season, winning, basically walking the league. They did almost bottle it, didn't they, towards the end, but for the whole season, they still walked the league, let's be real. They did have a bit of a drop off, and they did well to respond Barnet last season after the way it ended in the National League playoffs. They responded well, and they ended up walking the National League, which was expected, let's be real, probably was expected with the budget they had as well and the squad they had. And obviously the eyes of Harry Chapman have done out, haven't they, in terms of departures. But Barnet, very good squad. You got the squad on paper, very good squad, and for me, it's definitely a top half squad, in my opinion. Top half mid-table squad, in my opinion. Definitely not chasing playoffs, but definitely top half mid-table squad, in my opinion. And I think Barnet fans will take that after being promoted from the National League as well. So yeah, easy stay up, top half finish for Barnet, in my opinion. In the 11th place, I've done for Tranmere. They weren't the Red Decent battle, weren't they, last season? But I think that was down to Nigel Atkins putting them in the Red Decent battle. It was ridiculous seeing them in the Red Decent battle with the squad they got on paper. Christian Dennis and Mari Patrick, who have been proven experienced players in League 2 as well. They helped them massively. They've made some superb signs already. Richie Smallwood, what a sign that is from newly promoted Bradford. Bradford, who are newly promoted in League 1 now. Patrick Brough as well. Obviously, I know him as a Tyrone fan. Superb quality fullback as well, especially for Northampton as well. Fullback and wing back as well. Can do a job in both areas. And yeah, they've made some good signings, Tranmere. And I expect them to move up massively in the tables compared to last season, especially with that squad on paper. I don't think it's enough to chance for the playoffs, but definitely a top half finish for Tranmere and a top half mid-table finish for Tranmere. But I think they'll take that, Tranmere fans. They'll take that as a sign of progress, in my opinion. So I've been there for 7th place. In 10th place, I done for Swindon. Ian Holloway came in Swindon. What phase was Ian Holloway in when he came to Swindon? They were in the bottom two, took them to the top half of the table. Well, top half, mid table. And I think it's done me the same then this season for Ian Holloway. I think he made that a little bit more found out this season, but again, I think Swindon, they're definitely a top half team, in my opinion, Swindon, with the squad they've got as well. And yeah, what surprised, Dan Butterworth ends up doing well there after Ethan Carlisle. Can't make it up, can you? You just couldn't make it up, could you? So, and yeah, I think Swindon, I think they'll be a top half. I think they'll be top half this season. Maybe chance for the playoffs, maybe, but I think they'll finish in top half. I think they're in the similar level to Tranmere for me, where top half mid-table finish for Swindon, in my opinion. In 9th place, I've done for Fleetwood. I rate Pete Wild highly. I really do. I think Pete Wild will have a good season with Fleetwood this season, in my opinion. I think he's going to get Fleetwood chancing for the playoffs. Again, I think Fleetwood will just miss out on the playoffs, but I think there will be playoff chances this year. Fleetwood under Pete Wild. Pete Wild, he keeps getting better and better as a manager as well, and as a coach. Obviously, I know he did bottle it with Barrow in the end. Barrow should have really made the playoffs, in my opinion. But still a good course, Pete Wild. He's already built that to net some of the Fleetwood fans as well. But for me, I think Fleetwood, they'll just miss out on the playoffs, but they'll definitely be playoff chances, in my opinion. I definitely one of the teams to watch, in my opinion. So I'm done for Fleetwood in 9th place. In 8th place, I done for Colchester, which is pretty much around where they finished last season, wasn't it? They did chance for the playoffs last season. I think it'd be the same again this season under Danny Cowley. I know, and the last I've heard, they were in talks with a US consortium, weren't they? If any Colchester fans can let me know down below in the comments on how that's done. I think that's what Colchester need. They just need that new investment, don't they? If Colchester did that investment, then they will definitely push way off the table, in my opinion, with that investment. It's what Colchester need after being stuck in Year 2 for so long as well. They're too big for Year 2 in terms of the size of the club. They're too big for Year 2. They've always been a Year 1 club, haven't they, Colchester? They just need that investment, just to give them that boost, doesn't it? If they did that investment to help Danny Cowley, I think Colchester then definitely be a promotion contender, definitely. But at the moment, I think there'll be a playoff chancing for the playoffs. I think they just missed out by the skin of the teeth on the playoffs. But again, I think Colchester fans will take that, stabilise being a playoff challenger, try and get more interest in the club as well from like investors as well. So I think Colchester will finish 8th and just miss out on the playoffs by the skin of the teeth. Now we get on to the playoff places. In 7th place, I've done for Twinsby. I've done for Twinsby to finish in the playoffs. I think for me, they're ahead of schedule last season. I know some Twinsby fans would have been gutted to miss out on the playoffs, but they were ahead of schedule last season for me under David Artell. They've tied David Artell down to a new contract as well. That is massive as well. Obviously, they have lost one of the key players, Denver Hume, to Fleetwood. But I think Twinsby, they've done decent business so far. Jamie Walker, definitely standout signing from Bradford. Quality signing, absolute baller as well. I actually think that's a signing for me. That puts Twinsby in the playoff places, in my opinion. I think that's the next step for Twinsby this season. That's got to be the target this season to get in the playoffs after missing out last season. But last season was more ahead of schedule. Now they have to target the playoffs this season. And yeah, I think that will be a good season for Grimsby, finishing in the playoffs and see how you do in the playoffs. No pressure on them to get promoted still. I don't think anyone expects them to get promoted by playoffs or automatic promotion, but I think they'll finish in the playoffs for me, and I still think that's a very good season. A sign of progress as well for Grimsby. Up next in 6th place, I don't think Notts County. They have lost David McDougall to Barnsley. I'm not being funny, people, but David McDougall is 37 years old. I don't. It's a miss because in terms of the Domes, but David McDougall can't keep performing at that level every at his age, in my opinion. So, obviously, the stats Stuart Maynard, like you saw, it was a massive failure of a season last season, and then I think this season it's going to be a failure of a season again for Notts County. Promotion should be the aim, but unfortunately, with the appointment they made of Martin Patterson, we all saw how he did at Burton. He didn't really do too well, Burton, let's be real. He ended up getting sacked. I just don't know why they've made this appointment, Notts County. Is it very questionable appointment, Stuart Maynard and Martin Patterson as well? I think they're dead in the playoffs. I do still think they're dead in the playoffs because the squad they've got on paper, but they won't be getting promoted. Not under Martin Patterson, in my opinion. That may come back to bite me. If that comes back to bite me, then so be it. I mean, Matthew Dennett, who they signed from Muds. If you want my honest opinion, Notts County fans, he was better for a team that are trying to survive. I'm not sure he's the answer for a team chasing promotion, in my opinion. So, sorry about that. I'm back now. I am back. Got a bit distracted there. But yeah, as I was saying, Martin Patterson's not the man for me. Instead, Notts County promoted, but with Notts County squad on paper, they'll still be in the playoffs. Definitely, in my opinion. Still in the playoffs. But I just think it's going to be the same story then as last season. Just not good enough. The mind's just not good enough for me. So, up next in fifth place, I've done for Salford. And I think they'll be runners up in the playoffs, Salford. I think this year they have to be in the playoffs. They bottled it last season. Well, they bottled it on the final day of the season, Salford against ourselves. Obviously, ourselves, who were already there to National League. It was a big bottle job from Salford. You just know Salford should have been in them playoffs for me. But I will say, it would have been too early for Salford. To be fair, don't need one. But I think they should kick on now next season. This season, after that season, for me. They'll definitely be in the playoffs, in my opinion, with the squad on paper, with the minds of the Dot and Tal Robinson. They've obviously got new investment now at Salford after Peter Lim as well. Let's see how that does. Let's see how that does as well. I mean, the eyes of Gary Neville, they don't know how to run a football club. They don't. Yeah, this is put it out there. They don't. They don't know how to run a football club. They're not business people. They've had no experience in business. The only experience they've had was being former footballers. That's it. It's different being a former footballer to running a football club. So I think that's what's been going wrong with Salford in the past seasons, where I actually blame it on the people running the football club, because you can't tell me Wrexham got promoted more earlier than Salford. Something's not right there, let's be real. Oh, it's because Wrexham have been running a proper football club, unlike Salford. They need better football people at Salford. Better football people, better business people at Salford, in my opinion. I know Gary Neville, you can say, well, the 2092 found Salford. Oh, come on, let's be real. Let's put it right. Let's put it right. They went straight to Peter Lim's good investment. The 2092 have not put any money into the football club. They haven't. It's put that right there. Well, since they've been in Year 2, anyways. Since they've been in Year 2. So, National Minimum Wage Neville, as I call him. Because that's what he is. National Minimum Neville. National Minimum Wage Neville. And, but yeah, in terms of back to Salford, there'll be, I think they will do close in the playoffs. I think they'll reach the final, but I think they'll lose out in the playoff final, in my opinion. And if that season ends like that, I would say that's a good season for Salford. But with the budget Salford have got, they have failed in past seasons. They always are promotion favourites to better odds, but never do it. So I think Salford will finish in 5th place, in my opinion, and actually use in the playoff final, which I think will be a good season for Salford, because that would be a good step towards progress, in my opinion. Then the season after, Salford will definitely be one of the favourites to definitely go up automatically as well, especially with the 4 teams that I have done for to go up as well, as it's more squandered than Salford. So in 4th place and the playoff winners, I've done for Crystal Rovers. I don't think Crystal Rovers get automatic. I've been obviously getting where they're spotting in E2. Be more getting used. They might start slowly in E2, but they got the white minds in Jars and Dole Clark. Well proven in E2. Got promoted with Port Vale as well. And yeah, he got promoted with Crystal Rovers as well, didn't he? When he managed Crystal Rovers in E2 as well. So how's that? How's that for a coincidence and not all men as well? He obviously got promoted with Port Vale by the playoffs as well. So that is why I've done for Crystal Rovers to win the playoffs, in my opinion. Size of the club, the size of Crystal Rovers, they still don't have the budget for Year 2. They've already made a couple of decent signs already as well. And I think Crystal Rovers, I just think the 4 teams, obviously, bit of a spoiler, MP Dons, Chesterfield, June and Crystal Rovers, I just think they're a level above everyone else. They will be level above everyone else this season. And I think Crystal Rovers will go straight back up to League 1 by the playoffs, in my opinion. Obviously, they haven't yet a lot of players though, but I think they were at the players they had though were at retirement age, weren't they? So you can understand that, to be fair. So I think Bristol Rovers will finish fourth. Got the white manager for it, haven't they? Well proven, Dalkirk. Got proven promote. It's got promotion on his CV. 2 promotions from League 2 on his CV with Bristol Rovers and Port Vale, and he could make it 3. And his 2nd promotion with Bristol Rovers as well. So I think Bristol Rovers will win the playoffs, in my opinion. In 3rd place, I done for Turnham. I done for Turnham's their automatic promotion, which is a big step up from last season when they were mid-table, bottom half as well. I think they've got, but I think they have got a good budget for this season. They've already made a statement signing Sam Forts. I know Sam Forts is 35 years old, but I still think Sam Forts will end up scoring a lot of goals in League 2 for Turnham as well. Darrell Ainsworth, this is a quality manager to have in League 2 when he's always been a League 1 experienced manager. Well, for most of his manager career, he's been League 1 proven experience, hasn't he? I'm pretty sure he got Wickham promoted from League 2, did he? I'm pretty sure he got Wickham promoted from League 2, correct me if I'm wrong on that. But yeah, the manager of that tablet, too good for League 2, Darrell Ainsworth. But yeah, Taro fans didn't want him because of his long hair. He's got long hair. Yeah, nobody cares. You know what's funny? The other managers are actually the best managers. Who would have thought it? Who would have thought it as well? And I looked at Turnham's squad on paper. They obviously had they've added Seb Power Holden as well. I looked at their squad on paper as well, Turnham. It's definitely a promotion-winning squad, in my opinion. They massively underachieved last season, definitely massively underachieved last season with the squad on paper as well. And I think Darrell Ainsworth will get them into gear, and I think Turnham are done be the first team to get automatic promotion. Well, to the team that will get the final automatic promotion place, in my opinion. So I think Turnham will finish in 3rd place. In 2nd place, I done for a team that lost in the PL semi-finals. I done for Chesterfield. Again, their squad on paper is ridiculous. The signings they've made already. Sturk and Walsall, very good signing as well. Yeah, and this is a squad on paper for Chesterfield. It's a quality squad on paper. And by the way, I don't even think that season was a bad season for Chesterfield because they were newly promoted, weren't they? And already they reached the PL semi-final straight away after being promoted from the National League as well. So I actually don't think it was a bad season for Chesterfield. And I think they'll make that extra step as well this season, Chesterfield. Paul Cook, well proven. Again, Paul Cook is proven in League 2 as well. Quality course, Paul Cook, isn't he? And again, I think he was made for Chesterfield. Him and Chesterfield were made for each other as well. And Chesterfield's squad on paper is very good. Yeah, very good, isn't it? Very good. And again, a bit like Turnham, it's a promotion-winning squad, in my opinion. But I actually don't think they'll be anywhere near the Year 2 title because the Year 2 champions for me are MK Dons. Again, another team that massively underachieved last season. Obviously, they stacked Mike Williamson early. They had Mike Williamson door to Carlisle. Yeah, thanks for that. Which was a decision that probably led there to Carlisle United, in my opinion. And FA Dons now got Paul Warne in charge again, which is a quality manager appointment to have in League 2. When he's been more experienced in League 1, hasn't he, with the likes of Rotherham and Derby as well. And the signs they've made already, it's just ridiculous, man. Aaron Collins, how the hell have they done that? Aaron Collins, man. Oh my days. Oh my days. Will Collar as well. Will Collar, Aaron Collins, and Mendes Jan as well. Pretty sure Mendes Jan joined them played on as well. It's ridiculous, man. Oh, honestly, if MP Dons do not get promoted with that, they should be embarrassed. With the squad they've got on paper, yeah, no one trusts them MP Dons pods. No one trusted them for the Year 2 title. I actually think MP Dons, this don't be, I think MP Dons are definitely that level above everyone else. And I think they'll walk at the Year 2 title, in my opinion, unless they have get the drop off when they've already sealed promotion, then that would be understandable. So, but yeah, MP Dons, ridiculous squad on paper. They've already done crazy business as well. With the business they done, that's League One level. The business they done. So yeah, I think MP Dons for me, they're gonna walk the Year 2 title. And yeah, they are my Year 2 season predictions. Feel free to leave all Year 2 season predictions down below. Obviously, I didn't have any templates or anything because I am now back on the free plan of StreamYard because StreamYard's a rip-off. So feel free to leave all season predictions down below in the comments, and I will be back next week for my Year 1 season predictions. So feel free to leave your season predictions down below in the comments, and obviously I will leave my full table prediction in the description of the video, and I'll probably pin it as well. To be fair, and I'll probably put a pinned comment on my season predictions as well. So feel free to leave your season predictions down below in the comments, and I'll see you all for the Year 1 season predictions.